Welcome to Chalkboard Coaching. My name is Lynette Washington, and in this video, we're going to be exploring the patterns using the multiplication tables. So we will begin by exploring the 4 times tables. What I recommend is having your students make 2 columns. One for when they're multiplying 4 times 0 to 4 times 4, and in the column adjacent to it, another column where they're going to be multiplying 4 times 5 to 4 times 9. And when they put their answers in, what we will be focusing on is what is going on with our unit digits. And that's the digit that's in the ones place. So the first thing you'll see is that I created all these in red. I highlighted all the unit digits in red so that you can see that there's a pattern that is forming with our unit digits. As you can see, it's 0, 4, 8, 2, and 6. And in that order, it is repeated. 0, 4, 8, 2, and 6. So we'll talk about how we're going to put this in a unit circle so the kids can see how it looks visually. So in the 4 times tables, those 5 digits are being repeated over and over and over again. And then the next thing you want to talk to your students about is have them look at the pattern that is forming with what is going on in the tens and the hundreds place. So let's look at this first column. We see that the first 3 rows, the digit that's in the tens place is actually a 0, and then in the last 2 it incremented to a 1. When we go to the second column, we see the first 3 rows have begun with a 2, and the last 2 rows in our tens place is a 3. So we should be looking for some type of pattern that looks just like this. So what we're going to do is have the kids look at the unit digits, and you're going to use your unit circle, and you're going to mark everywhere your unit digit lands, and you should get the shape of a star. It's very similar to what we did when we were multiplying the 2 and the 8 times tables. And if you recall that video, when we connected out points, we got a pentagon shape. So the diagram is distinctly different. So the last thing we want to do is expand upon this. And this is a nice visual that you can print out and use with your class. You can have the kids put it in their notebooks so that they can study from. So I expand this table up to 4 times 19, and as you see for each column, the unit digit will follow that pattern where it goes from 0 to 4 to 8 to 2 and to 6. And also, when you look at the digits that's in the tens place, you'll see that the first 3 numbers are always the same, and the last 2 are the same. So in this row, it's all zeros, then it's a 1 and a 1. This column, the first 3 rows are 2s, then it's 2 3s, then it's 3 4s and 2 5s. So by following that pattern, your students will be able to understand and master the multiplication tables better. This is also another diagram that I'm going to have you print out that you can use for the kids. You can make a poster, or you can actually just have them put it into their notebooks. And I do encourage color coding it. After the 4 times tables, we're going to look at the 6 times tables, because we decided that when we look at the 2 and the 8, those were complements. That means they both added to 10. This is a base 10 math system. So we should be looking at the 4 and 6, and we'll look at the similarities those two have. So again, we will begin with these first 2 columns, and once we fill it out, we'll see that a pattern has emerged. And this time our pattern in our unit digits is 0, 6, 2, 8, and 4. And in our tens place, our first 2 rows have the same digit, the second 2 rows have the same digit, and then the last one has a 2. And it's the same thing in a second. So we can have the students explore how the tens place is also the pattern that's happening in the tens place. Here is a copy of the unit circle. Notice it's the same unit circle, the same diagram as a star when we were multiplying the 4 times tables. However, when we move in reverse, we actually have the unit digits that work with the 6 times table. So it goes from 0 to 6 to 2 to 8 to 4 back to 0. So I believe that if we use these type of techniques, it would make learning the multiplication tables a lot easier for our students because they're not random numbers. They should be able to develop using their patterns and exploration through pattern finding to maintain a stronger sense of making a connection to learning the multiplication table. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy your day.